Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the newest episode of TQM Travels. We are here in the lovely Arizona. We took a really early morning flight, like we had to wake up at 4 a.m. from Atlanta to Las Vegas. It was a nice flight, no complaints. Landed, got a rental car. We're now driving on the way to Zion National Park. Chris is super hungry. He wants In-N-Out. He's heard so much great things about it.
No, I've totally eaten it before. I know it's delicious.
We are trying to find one on the highway, but we haven't found one yet. We're on the lookout. We're on our way. We just passed through from Nevada to Arizona to Zion National Park.
In Utah.
Oh my gosh, guys, look! I've never seen one of these in my life before. It was the greatest thing ever. 1, 2, 3 trucks. What on earth? Isn't that crazy? We will be hiking, you guys, through various national parks out here west in Arizona and Utah. First off, Zion National Park. We'll see you guys when we get there.
Hello everybody, so we have finally made it here to Zion National Park in southwestern Utah. We found In-N-Out on the way to get for lunch and it was delicious. And now we're here at the park. We went to the visitor center when we first got here to sort of get recommendations on what hike we should do and just sort of to kill a little bit of time because we don't have a full day here because we came in a little late. They recommended that we drive over to the east side of the park because there's a trail called the Observation Trail where you can sort of get a really nice panoramic view of the canyon. So it's just me and Becca on this vacation. We're going to be out west for about a week or so in order to go visit various national parks. So we have Zion National Park here. We're also going to the Grand Canyon, Bryce Canyon, Arches, and a couple other different parks throughout the course of the week. You might be wondering, where is Lisa? Lisa doesn't like to hike because it hurts her knees too much. So we decided that we would just go without her because we didn't want to just torture her. She'd make her do something that she didn't want to do. And the weather here is beautiful. It's really nice. And we're gonna go head over to the east side of the park in order to get this panoramic view. And we'll catch you guys over there. All right, everybody. So Becca and I have finished our first hike of the day and the first hike of the trip, which was a pretty short hike. And I say finished very liberally because we still have to actually walk back. So we're only about halfway through right now. And it's actually a really short hike. It's only a mile round trip and it already took us out a little bit. They said this was the family hike. We're at Observation Point here, so you can check out this view. It's absolutely amazing. So they said this was the family hike, and
Yeah, right.
Becca and I are like slipping all over. We took like 3 or 4 breaks on the way up. And I was like, okay, I mean, I guess it makes sense because kids, have unlimited energy, so they can definitely make this hike no problem. But we're struggling already. And tomorrow we're planning on doing some like more intense hikes because you wanted to do the Narrows, which is a hike through like a like knee high to waist deep river hiking. So that'll be interesting. But the view here is really nice. The hike really wasn't too bad. It was a lot easier than that stair fest at Amicalola Falls back in Georgia. So I was definitely not as winded. But we're going to head back towards the car in order to drive back to the visitor center. We're in the east side of the park now, where it's a lot less busy and a lot less crowded, which is really nice. It's really pretty and it's really quiet. And we're going to head back though to the main area in order to go to Watchman's Point, which is a really nice looking sort of mountain area by the river. And I'm going to try to get some pictures over there around sunset, and we'll see how that goes. And then after that, we'll probably head to our hotel, a little bit of a ways in Hurricane. So it's about a 45-minute drive or so to get there. And we'll see what we do in the evening. At some point, I'm planning on coming out at night to do some astrophotography. I don't know if we're going to do that tonight or tomorrow night, but I would like to do it sometime somewhere here in Zion. So we'll see what we get into later. But for now, Becca and I are going to try to not die and twist our ankles. And we'll see you guys at the visitor center. Good evening, everybody. So we drove back to the visitor center, and now we're here on the Watchman Trail, which is supposed to end up near a sort of rock structure called the Watchman. I saw a really nice picture of it online at sunset, so I was hoping to try to get there by sunset, but it's getting dark pretty quickly already, so it's very likely that we'll get there too late, but we're going to trek on anyway. Becca here is she's already dying. But we're heading up now to do our second trail of the day, and that'll be it for hiking today. And then after that, we'll head to our hotel and figure out what we're gonna do for dinner. But we'll see. Hopefully we get some good views at the Watchman, and we'll see you guys there. All right, everybody. So we made it about halfway through the trail here, but we are exhausted from hiking earlier. And also it's starting to get pretty dark. You can't really tell in this video, but it doesn't really show it very well, but it's getting pretty dark. The sunset's really pretty though behind the mountains back here behind us. It's kind of purpley and orange. So I'll try to throw up a picture on the screen here so you can see what it looks like. But Becca especially here is dying. She's trying her hardest to make it as far as she can, but we're calling it here to head back. It's also not really what I was expecting. I was trying to find an area where you could see this rock structure from the river. So I think that's more closer to being in town. So maybe we'll take a look for that sometime later tomorrow or something. But for now, we're going to walk back down as safe as possible, and then we'll head out to find some dinner and check into our hotel. Good morning, everybody. So we are here in our Airbnb in Hurricane, which is about 30-40 minutes away from Zion. So we're eating some breakfast. We got some donuts and some milk. We went to Walmart at like 11:30 last night after dinner. So we got a couple of groceries. So last night was actually pretty interesting because We finished that hike about halfway through and started walking back. It got dark really quickly, but luckily Becca, who is recording this, had a headlamp, so we were able to see the path pretty clearly. And then when we get to the very bottom, it's like we look up and you can see all these stars. It was like, oh, you'd never get this over in Atlanta because of all the light pollution. So we tried getting some night photography. You could even see the Milky Way with the naked eye, and I got some pretty good pictures of the Milky Way with my camera. So after that, we went over to an Olive Garden for dinner really late at night, went to that Walmart to get some groceries. And now this morning, our plan is to head back to Zion, and we're going to try to hike the Narrows, which is a sort of hike through a narrow part of the canyon into the river. So it's actually supposed to be like knee to waist high deep water. So I actually bought some water shoes while we were at Walmart as well. And we're gonna see how that goes. And we'll just sort of be in the park for most of the day today. We'll probably come back to our Airbnb here a little bit later in the evening to get dinner. And then I think our plan is at the very end of the day, into the night, we're actually gonna go back to the park in order to try to get some more astrophotography. So we will see you guys back at Zion. Hello everybody, so Becca and I have finally made it into the park. We are here at the Riverside Walk right now. We had to park off-site because there's just so many cars, there's so many people here today. Apparently it's a free day to enter into the park, so I'm sure that's why a lot of people are here. That and it's Saturday, so it's a weekend. All right, so we're at the Riverside Walk right now, which is a pretty nice, easy trail where you can just sort of walk along the river, but the whole real point of us going down this trail is because we are going to be going to the Narrows, which is a trail where the canyon gets really narrow and you can walk in the river, and we'll see how that goes. So that's where we're heading now, and we'll see you guys over there. Hello everybody, so Becca and I are out here in the Narrows. As you can see, we are in the middle of the Virgin River right now. Becca, what do you think of this so far?
It was great.
Becca's been complaining the entire time. We learned a couple of things so far. One, it's freezing, the water is very cold. And two, at least I'm not sure about Becca's shoes, but my water shoes that we bought have zero support on the soles, so I can feel every single rock that is hitting my feet. So it's a very slow walk indeed. We're gonna keep going down a little bit further, just around the bend I think, and try to get a couple pictures on the way. We probably won't go too far. You can take this trail a pretty long way. We're not gonna be going down the entire trail regardless because it's a very slow walk and we don't have that much energy. So we're going to keep going a little bit, get a couple pictures and videos, and then we'll see you guys probably back towards the visitor center or maybe at this watch point area, something. I don't even know. I don't know what we're doing after this. It's very windy, so hopefully you guys can hear what I'm saying, but we'll see you guys a little later. All right, so we've been out here for about 30 minutes so far. The wind is really picking up and the current, if you can see, it's starting to pick up as well. I'm in water that's about knee deep right now, so that's about our limit. So we're gonna U-turn here, head back towards the area to dry off a little bit and change our shoes back out. And then we're gonna go find probably another trail or something to do a little more hiking, and we'll see what we do after we get out of this river. So we'll see you guys there. Hey everybody, so Becca and I are here at the Lower Emerald Pools, is that what it's called?
Yes.
The Lower Emerald Pools trailhead. It's about a little over a mile hike. It's not too bad. It's supposed to be mostly paved, so it should be nice and smooth. So this vlog right here is being recorded on my Sony a6400. The rest of the clips for the most part were recorded on either my a7 III here or on my Osmo Pocket, but I decided to try to get some pictures of a small little waterfall in the river while we were at the Narrows, and
He ate it twice.
I may have gone for a little swim. I got, you can't really see it anymore, but I had like a water up to my chest pretty much. I was holding my a7 III in my hand. I didn't have my backpack luckily, and I valiantly kept my camera in the air above the water, but I didn't realize that I had my phone in my Osmo Pocket, in my pocket still. So unfortunately, both of those took a drink with me, and my phone's fine, but my Osmo Pocket is not working right now. So that's a little questionable right now. Hopefully it dries up and maybe will work a little bit later tomorrow or something, but we'll see. Otherwise, we still have this camera to vlog with, so it's not a big deal. But we're gonna go ahead and do this hike here, and then after that, we're going to head over to a bridge where you can see Watchman, which is the little hike we did yesterday at the end of the day, and try to capture some cool sunset shots over there. So we'll catch you guys a little bit later. Good evening, everybody. So Becca and I went to the Lower Emerald Pools Trail in order to go see the waterfall. It's near Zion Lodge. We had a little bit of time to kill before sunset, so we just decided to go for another short little hike. The waterfalls ended up being a little disappointing. There wasn't a heavy flowing falls, but we still got through the end of the trail, so that's a reward in and of itself. Then we took the bus back over here to Canyon Junction Bridge in order to get a view of Watchman, which you can see in the background over here. Oh, no, you can't. The tree's blocking it. But so we get here and there's plenty of room on the bridge. We got our stuff set up, and then within like 10 minutes, as you can see, every photographer in the park is here for sunset in order to try to get a cool picture. It's a really nice day for it because there are clouds in the background, so hopefully they turn into a nice orangey pink color as the sun starts to set. So we're just gonna hang out here and try to get some nice pictures, and then after that we're gonna head back to the car in order to get some dinner. So if the sky seems clear, we might come back out here later tonight in order to do some astrophotography again. But if not, we're going to just sleep early in order to wake up to head to Bryce Canyon tomorrow. So we'll check back in and see what we do later this evening. Good evening, everybody. So we are back here in our hotel for the evening. So after the sunset pictures, Becca and I went to go get our car. Then we actually drove right back to the bridge because I was like, oh, you can actually see the Milky Way again. And the clouds sort of cleared out. We drove back over there in order to try to get some more Milky Way pictures, which was very challenging because it was super windy and there was a lot of cars still going over that bridge, which bumped over the road. So I couldn't really get a very steady shot, but my Osmo Pocket is over here in a bag of rice. We'll see if I'm able to dry it out. And then that's pretty much it for Zion for us. Tomorrow morning we have to wake up nice and early in order to head to Bryce Canyon, which is about 2 hours away from here. And we're going to spend most of the day there tomorrow. It's supposed to be in the 50s tomorrow, is that right?
Yeah.
So it's a lot colder than it was today. Luckily, I brought a jacket. Did you bring a jacket?
Yeah.
We got jackets, so we will stay warm at least and hike some more tomorrow. So, Becca, what did you think of Zion, though, for our 2 days here?
It was nice. You tried to kill me the first day.
I did not try to kill you the first day.
Let's do 2 hikes, Becca.
2 hikes, they were not even that bad of hikes. They were pretty easy, and if I can do it, then anyone can do it. So I liked it a lot, too. It was really pretty. It's really nice seeing like the canyon and all the different mountain formations that they have. It was really cool. What did you think of the Narrows? That was what you wanted to do originally.
It was nice. It was just really cold.
Yeah, the water was super cold. Becca's balance was questionable at times, but apparently mine was even worse because I'm the one that actually fell in the river eventually. So hopefully the Osmo dries up. Luckily, the memory card was still okay. I actually was able to transfer all of those files into my computer still. So luckily, I still have all that footage. So that's what I was really, really worried about.
You died at the opportune time because that was the end of everything pretty much we were doing.
Yeah. Yep. So we're going to go to sleep now, and then we'll catch you guys tomorrow morning as we head over to Bryce Canyon.